Hi YouTubers, it's been a while since I've been on done a video, and the reason is I've been doing a lot of research, finding products, buying them, getting things ready to do multiple videos. So I'm gonna blitz you with some videos here. And the first thing that I'm focusing on is streamlining, cutting down all the junk that collects in the van, and how you can get by with less, especially by cutting out the bulk. And the first thing that represents a lot of bulk is bedding. So here's my way of cutting down bulk. This is a little down blanket, and I got two of them so I could use them in multiple ways. And I'm going to show you right now back here how I put them into use to keep me warm in the van when it's down in the 30s. So let's go back. Okay, so here we are back in the bedroom part of the van, and the first thing I got was this telescopic shower tube, shower curtain tube. It telescopes out and locks in place, and then there's an end on it for fine adjustment, so you can tighten it up, you know, between two walls and keep it in place. So that's the first thing we're going to deploy and put in place for this quilt project. So hopefully you can see the tube is in position right here, and it's tightened up side to side and as high as I could get it to eliminate as much warm air escaping through the top as possible. And you can probably hear I have the furnace on. It's very cold in here. It's probably about 38 degrees. So I need to get this thing up so I can test and see how warm it'll keep the bedroom part of the van. So once deployed, here you have a quilted barrier against the cold air from the front of the van by virtue of all the glass up here in front. The curtain windows in the back are relatively insulated with the curtains over them, and now you have a barrier between the front of the van and the back of the van, and coincidentally the furnace is in the back area of the van where the beds are. So this is a way to keep that area nice and warm, and I'm going to be doing a test later on to see just exactly how much warmer this barrier keeps the back of the van. So here is the quilt deployed on the bed that I use, and I think it's going to do a nice job of keeping things warm. It's amazing that this whole quilted piece fits inside of that little tiny bag, but it does, and it's pretty darn warm. Okay, to kind of recap, the shower curtain rod I got at Home Depot. It was about $8 or $9. The little clips I got at the dollar store for, go figure, $1. And the all-important quilts I got at Costco. So it's something that's widely available. I think they were $20 a piece. So there you have it. And those quilts are going to be multi-purpose. They're going to be handy for a lot of things, I can tell already. And the cool thing was, I don't have it right here in front of me, but the hanging up one, Uh, the cool thing is they kind of almost match the interior of the van, which it's hard to find stuff that's kind of a brownish, I don't know, mauve color. That's kind of hard to find, but they're pretty close, and they dress things up and make things look nice. So the good news is, with that quilt in place, the back of the van here gets toasty warm. I mean, we're talking 75 degrees in about 3 or 4 minutes. And that's what I was looking for, some way of keeping all that cold air from the front of the van out there, and the warm air from the furnace consolidated back where I need it, which is where I'm sleeping. So far so good. I'm going to do some cold night, overnight weather test and see how both comforters work. The one on the bed, maybe with another blanket, and the quilt drop down, partitioning off the front of the van, from the back of the van. So we'll see how that works out. I'm pretty sure it's going to work out just fine. So there you go, a quick way to consolidate and you might even say privatize one part of the van from the other. Someone can be in the back of the van and have relative privacy from someone in the front of the van. Little way of sectioning off space in the van. That's it. I hope you liked the video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. Oh yeah. And share it if you think it'd help somebody else. And always comment as you see fit. Oh, and by the way, no disrespect to Mr. Buddy or the heaters, but forced air, when your feet are 35 degrees and it's freezing or near freezing, and you can put them down against a forced air heater, oh, there is nothing better than getting those toes toasty warm.